Hi, welcome to Gamers Web. In this video I'm going to take a look at this Wild West MDF terrain from Father and Son Gaming. Let's check it out. Hi and welcome back. Okay, so Jason and Henry of Father and Son Gaming very kindly sent me some samples. Also, many thanks to Per for arranging this. They arrived this morning. Not had a chance to assemble anything yet, but we're going to go through that right now. Okay, so I got a sheriff's office, I got a furniture pack, which is the one that you can see here, and I also got a general store as well. And they're all made of MDF. I think it's 2mm or 3mm MDF. I think it's probably 2mm. And they're quite simple to put together. Now, if you go to the Father and Son Gaming website, the link is going to be in the description down here. I'm also going to pop it up here as well somewhere, and it'll be in the main description. That will give you the link to actually buy the products. It also gives you the assembly guides as well. Now, the furniture is pretty much straightforward. Your tables just assemble quite easily. The leg parts go into the tables, into the square tables. The round part goes into this part here. On this table, you got your chairs, which is the chair back and the section that the cross goes in, so it gives you enough chairs to go on the tables. And then you've got a lounge counter, you've got a wardrobe, and a couple of beds knocking around, and a dresser. So furniture pack's quite simple. Going to have a look at the other options that we get as well, and I'll put another part of the video is going to take a look at the actual assembly instructions, and then I'm going to assemble the buildings, but I'm going to do that off camera because assembling MDF buildings is a bit of a pain in the backside at times, to pardon my French. So what we'll do is crack on. Okay, so that's a quick look at the furniture pack. Ideal for your Western games, also very good for games like Great Escape games, the Chicago Way, or any other game where you want to use interior furniture. Okay, right, so the next building we're going to look at is this one, which is the Sheriff's Office and Jail. We've got our doors for our jail here. It's a two-story building. We've got the thing for the stairs. We've got, I think it's a two-story building anyway. I might be wrong. It might not be a two-story building, but we've got our doors for a jail and the prison bars and the walls and everything. That's on sheet 1. And sheet 2, you have to forgive me because some of these sheets have come loose in transport. Sheet 2 is this sheet here. With the roof. This part here actually glues underneath the roof, so you can take the roof off, and it just wedge into the middle of the roof. And then finally, we've got the actual roof and the outer edge of the building itself, with like sheriff's office and jail. Now, if I take this piece out now gently, if I can get it out without snapping it. Like this. Obviously I'll just pop that out with my fingers. I will clean any burr up, and take this piece here and just pop that out. Right, so there we go. Right, so this piece here goes underneath there like that to form the roof. So that goes on like that on the roof section, and we'll build it so the roof can be removed off. I think that's actually a floor section, but it's the same thing anyway. Right, so I'm just going to put those two on side for a moment, and we look at the final piece. And then, as I say, I'll show you the instructions on the website in a moment, and what we'll do is we'll assemble the buildings and come back and have a look at the buildings when they're assembled. And let's move these two table parts out of the way. And we also have a general store as well, which is 2 sheets on the general store. All seems quite simple to put together. Sorry, 3 sheets on the general store. We have the frontage. The frontage is brilliant on the actual things, as we've got the thing etched in the general store, and it says hardware, groceries, books and shoes, dry goods on the general store, with this nice awning that goes around the front of that. Really nice detail, which is something that a lot of companies offering Wild West buildings don't seem to do. They just seem to give you a blank fascia that you just put your stuff on. And then we've got our third piece here, which is their first sheet actually. The thing that I like about all of these buildings is this. It says Western General Store Sheet 1 and Western General Store Sheet 3 and Western General Store on this one, I'll say Sheet 2. That's really cool because it actually tells you what each sheet is, and on the instructions you'll see that each sheet is labelled up quite easily to be identified. Also, I like the fact that the interiors are detailed as well, so it makes actually building things a little bit easier, and when you actually have them and you play inside them, it looks a little bit nicer. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video now. We'll have a look at the instructions and the website, and then we'll come back and look at the finished buildings. So be right back. Hi, and welcome back. Okay, so we've gone to fatherandsongaming.org, which is the website of Father and Son, and here we can see on the top menu the home, catalogue, the MDF terrain, all this kind of stuff, all different hyperlinks. The one we need to click on is the 28mm MDF terrain. There is a little notice here saying that the guys are on vacation from the 4th of July to the 22nd of July, but if you want to put your orders in, you'll still be able to get them fulfilled as soon as they come back. Okay, so 28mm MDF, go to that, and then we scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we go to page 2 because it's the new stuff. So we'll go to page 2, and we have more about our MDF, and what we're looking for is the Old West Sheriff's Office and Jail for tabletop gaming. We're looking for the Western General Store for tabletop gaming, the saloon, and also the furniture pack. So what I'm going to do is just going to quickly open these up and you can have a quick look at them, and we can go from there. Okay, whilst I'm doing this, I'd just like to say that my many thanks go to Per Ravn for all his help doing this review. Per is the designer of these wonderful MDF buildings, and Per works for his own company, which is Ravenloft Design Studios, or Ravenloft Design, and he's a freelance designer. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of Per's work. Okay, but Per lives in Denmark, whereas the guys from Father and Son, which is Jason and Henry, both live in America. Okay, so each page gives you a little bit of bluff about the building that you've got, the pieces that you should have, and then what you can do with it. So this is like the sheriff's office. We go down to the bottom and we've got assembly instructions. Click on that and it opens another window, which is a PDF. I'm not going to go through it all because I'm just going to assemble the buildings in a moment, but it gives you all of the details on how to assemble your building in a nice, easy and concise format to follow, and it's only 6 pages long with lots of illustrations. So we go to the Western General Store, which is exactly the same. We have more assembly instructions for the general store, and what pieces go where, how to put them all together, and tips like do not glue the doors, tap the doors into the holes in the bottom piece and the wall piece, and then have a rubber bands to keep it straight and make sure it dries properly. And then of course we've got our saloon as well, which is on 2 floors with a roof. The roofs are removable for the kits, and this is 6 pages. The last one was 5, the first one was 6. And there's all the furniture placed in from the furniture pack. And finally we have the furniture pack, which contains 12 chairs, 3 round coffee tables, 2 squared tables, 2 small dressers, 2 large dressers, a store desk, a bar counter, 3 wardrobes, a bookcase, 2 small bookcases, 2 large bookcases, 4 beds, 2 wall mounted beds, 2 bar kitchen cabinets and 2 cabinets. And the assembly instructions are here, and again it's all pretty straightforward. It's only 2 pages, That tells you exactly what everything is and how they go together. It's quite simple to put together. Okay, so with all that done, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly jump back into the video. I'm going to assemble all this stuff and we'll see you in a moment. And thank you very much. Okay, welcome back. So I've quickly assembled some of the pieces of the furniture pack. They need tidying up because I did this in a rush, but you can get the detail and the gist of how they look. So we've got a wee counter there, we've got a long bar counter. They go together quite easily. I managed to do all this plus 2 buildings in about 35 minutes, something like that, but they were pretty rushed. So just have a quick look at the furniture pack. There's a lot more than this. There's loads of these little chairs, there's a lot of beds, there's another one of the big dressers, and there's also another one of the small dressers. There's some small cabinets, there's some more of these small cabinets as well, and I think there's another one of those, one of these small counter things. They're ideal for shops and stuff, which they're going to go into the general store. So I'll just pause these for a moment, and no, actually no I won't. What I'll do is I'll put you figure it in the thing so you can actually see for scale. So there's one of my Desperados for scale. So you see they're the right size, they look pretty good, and they'll be perfect. So I'm going to pause the video now and I'll come back, and when I come back we'll reset and we'll have a look at the buildings. Be right back. Okay, so this is the general store. As you can see, it's quite a large building with a removable roof. The doors open and close on it, the windows open and close, and it's perfect scale for your 28mm miniatures. Detail's fantastic. Per Ravn of Ravenloft Miniatures has done a really good job. Sorry, Ravenloft Designs has done a really good job on this, and obviously the guys at Father and Son Gaming, they've done a fantastic job with the prints and stuff. The etching is deep enough that it's going to take quite well to paint. Again, it's a little bit rushed because I'm really rushed for time at the moment, but let's have a quick look inside. Okay, so the roof comes off, and as you can see, the roof has got a wood panel on the top of it, and there's a ladder at the back, so you guys can get up and down. And then obviously we've got our, if I can just get into place, we've got our general store logo on the front as well. On the inside we have 2 rooms separated by a little door. So you've got a storeroom at the back, and you've got your general store at the front, which is designed to take things like the terrain for the furniture and stuff like that. So you can put this in here, and you can have that in like that, so that you know, this counter could go in there. Although that's a bar, I'm probably better off with a smaller one. So just get one of the smaller ones, if I can pick one up. Like that. So you could always put this on the back wall here like that, and then have this as a counter in there like that. And you can have your storekeeper stood behind them. Obviously, I'll reposition the camera and take some photos so you can see what they look like in the buildings. The windows do open. I've left them so they open, so people can dive in and out of them in dead man's hand, which is quite cool. No problems going together at all. Not a single problem or issue, which is not always the case with MDF kits, but they went together very well. So that's a quick look at that building. Just got the lid back in place on the roof, and it fits on snugly. As you can see from the back, there's the ladder. We can pop a Desperado up on the top, and he can rain down fire on those below him. Okay, so that's the general store. Now, I'm not sure what happened. I was originally meant to get the saloon as well, but the saloon didn't turn up. I think it could be a problem with customs, that it might have been taken out of the box, but the bag, sorry, but I'm not exactly sure. Right, so this is the Sheriff's Office on County Jail. Again, we've got our nicely embossed logo on the front, tells us what it is. Wide enough to put a base on without any issue whatsoever on the front. Same on the general store as well. Likewise, the roof comes off and reveals an interior, and on the interior we have the jail itself with two little bunks. I'm not sure if you can see those properly. There's two bunks. There's the grid between them, the wrought iron bars, and there's the wrought iron bars on here as well. I've got a little bit of tidying up to do before I actually paint it, because I should have tidied it all up as I was going along, but as I say, I was in a rush. I'm quite limited for time at the moment, but fits the models in perfectly. They're the right size. The doors open and close, so all three of the doors. It says door for each cell, and there's also a door at the front for the getting in and out of the building. And then, like the general store, we also have a ladder leading up to the roof, so you can move your models up and down. And that's my doorbell. Right, sorry about that. That's the joys of Amazon delivery. Okay, so that's the two buildings side by side. As you can see, they're both the same scale. They work really well with these lovely 28mm miniatures. Obviously, they've got grass bases because you can't paint the bases to match everything unless you put them on clear bases. And just put one of the plastics on there as well. So, ideal for your games of Dead Man's Hand, Tombstone, Gunfighter's Ball, and any other Western game. And once again, my many thanks to Per from Ravenloft Designs, and to the guys over at Father and Son Gaming, Jason and Henry. Brilliant models. I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff. It's a shame I didn't get the saloon, but these will go quite well with my Wild West themed board for Dead Man's Hand, which I will hopefully be bringing you in a battle report very shortly. Right, so that's a quick look at these wonderful models, which are part of the Wild West range from Father and Son Gaming. Links for the website will be at the end of the video and also in the description. And once again, my many thanks go to the guys at Father and Son Gaming, and of course Per, for all the help with this review. No matter where you are in the world, please stay safe, look after yourself, and happy gaming.